Hello. Oh yeah, Riz Kriz. Okay. Let's gather around the king to hear his tidings. Majesty, tell us how we may defeat Lord Vlad in the tournament. There is but one hope. Let's journey deep into the desolate moorlands. I know we've seen this part already, but I'm doing this level again because I haven't 100%ed it yet. You'll face 4 great challenges. To succeed, you will find the heart of the magical shield of ages. Only by using the power of the heart of the shield will a knight stand a chance against Lord Vladek. Let's prepare for our journey. We'll meet at the edge of the moorlands. Lord Vladek's shadow knights won't be far behind. Then we must be quick. We'll find the heart of the magical shield and put a stop to Lord Vladek's evil plans. For the king, for Morcia, for the code! So, they found their beloved king, and now they search for the heart of the shield. Go, my shadow knights, find them and end their foolish quest. No one will stand in my way. Was that last part? Morcia will be mine. Okay. Oh, nice. Anyway, hey, what's going on everyone? This is Yakuraj here. Welcome back to Knight's Kingdom, the game on the GBA. So starting off with this level again, which, so you may notice that I actually have multiple sword gems now. Well, that's because I went back and 100%ed at least 2 other levels, which included other sword gems. So from what I understand, so it's like you have the blue lightning, which is kind of just standard. You have the red one, which ricochets a bit more, and it also uses more energy. Then you got the green one, which like kind of does this judicator thing. Yeah, exactly. But the green one does a sort of judicator thing where it will hit one target and then it'll like go and hit another one. So it's sort of like how the thunder shot works in Prime 4, kinda. Like the charged one, that is. And it uses the most energy, but boy is it effective. And then the orange one we got some time ago, where you just it kind of just stuns opponents or whatever. Yeah, we got like the Infinity Stones now. Lol. Also discovered last episode that calming. Sure, I guess. What's scared of me is Raskus's pose kinda how it was on the box, on the little like thing that they the little container that they came in. But last episode we learned also that contrary to what I thought was the case, beautiful. So Raskus, so it's not actually really a scale that I thought was going on, where you had but anyway, it's not actually a scale that I thought it was, where you had like all of them are like a balance between strength and speed. Even though those are really the only two differences between the only two things that distinguish them from each other. But rather what I thought it was what I thought was the case was that Jaco was the weakest but the fastest, and then Santis was the slowest but strongest, which is still true. But then what I thought was, since Raskus is the agile guy, and since he demonstrated having some strength, that he was slightly slower than Jaco, but slightly stronger, which is true as well. But where I went wrong was then supposing that Danju was like the opposite, like he was slightly faster than Santis, but slightly weaker, and thereby meaning that he was also he was thereby stronger than Raskus. Turns out that's not the case. Danju is, like, seemingly the worst character to play as. Like, because Raskus is not only faster than Danju, he's actually stronger than Danju as well. So basically Danju is kind of the guy you don't want to be because he's as weak as Jaco, but he's slower. Now I think he is slightly faster than Santis. But maybe I should just, you know, held that out long enough. But all the while, I was just kind of like, well, that sucks. Just cause, you know, it's not like Danju is like kind of my favorite of them all. And then I also was wondering, okay, oh, speak of the devil. Not literally, of course. Now I suppose thematically it does make sense because he is the veteran knight. Like he is older. I think he's even, like, he might even be as old as the king, but I like how he does a side swipe. Like it's... But yeah, the different sword gems, like, they're each I have a color for each of the knights except Danju. And so the anomaly, if you will, is there being an amber one instead of a purple one. Okay, this is where I like the scorpions show up. Now remember, this part really gave me trouble earlier. Give me that. I can't get them. Dang it. Actually, Raskus... I think Raskus and Danju are actually the same speed. It's a little hard to tell, probably because of their walk things. All the same. All the same, Danju is kind of the person you'd want to be least. At least for me. Which again is most unfortunate. Huh, what? with the Papyrus Brigade. Okay. Still just makes me all the more disappointed that well, you know, all the different, like, all these dudes and stuff, you know, they don't you know, they don't really give them their powers that they have in, like, the, you know, Flash comics or whatnot. Yeah, the entirety of their story is available to watch on YouTube, though. Raskus does a more like slashing motion, while Danju does a more sweep. Also, yeah, there is a card game for this for the Knights Kingdom, like a proper TCG. Which I had no idea. Like I do remember when we got the toys and stuff. Like, they did come with cards. I did remember that, but we had no idea what they were. We had no idea that they were actually for a trading card game. It's a pity, you know. I mean, the idea of playing like a trading card game back then was so like novel, or just, well, for us anyway. Like, we had no idea what those were. In fact, I might still be the only person in my immediate family that has even played a trading card game. Namely, like Pokemon or Star Wars Unlimited, or things like that. Well, I suppose technically, my brother Jack did come up with a sort of TCG that was like loosely based on Pokemon, or, you know, it was inspired by Pokemon. Thing is, though, there was no balance to it. There weren't really. I mean, there was like a basic rule set, and it was kind of fun, but like, there was like barely any uniformity. Right. Whew. Nice. Right, yeah. It's like they're kind of like the really old school like trading card game trading card concept, like baseball cards. Like, cause I don't think you can actually play a game with baseball cards, can you? But, so funny thing about Star Wars Unlimited, or like the Star Wars trading card game. So Star Wars, for a long time, had tried getting aboard the trading card game, fad, if you will. That's not really the right word. Train. The trading card game train. But it struggled to have a, like, fun, working, and lasting one. Like, there have been various iterations, like, attempts to make a Star Wars trading card game. And, like, Knights Kingdom had a trading card game. Bionicle had a trading card game. I have played one Bionicle trading card game, which Bionicle is one of those things that, like, a really cool and good trading card game could work. But it's like, it was kind of lame, not gonna lie. Like, in comparison. However, recently, like within the last few years, Star Wars finally actually got them Star Wars finally got them a working, fun trading card game that I think is actually gonna, you know, last a while. I think it's actually pretty successful. And I've played it myself, and it is fun. And also, I think games, like tabletop games in general, are, like, on the rise. Again, like, I think they're... Also, I did try the Bakugan trading card game as well. That's pretty fun too, actually. In fact, I do have a playmat that is specifically designed for a Bakugan battle. With the trading card game. And it's a really cool one, and it was actually made by this, I got it off of Etsy. It was made by this gal in Lithuania, actually. Anyway, you told me that your family was from Lithuania. And also, the cool thing about the Bakugan trading card game is that there's also just a level of dexterity to it as well. Because there are these whole rules of how, you know, you have to roll the Bakugan out. If they don't unfold, then, and the other and if your opponent's Bakugan unfolds, then that's an auto win for that. And Bakugan, how the trading card game works is your deck is your health. So if you take X amount of damage, then you have to discard that many cards. Now, that can kind of create some negative player experience, as it's called. Because, well, let's just say you just discarded like a card you really needed or something, then that can be a problem. But as it is still fun. And then also there are these different little hexes or called cores that you just put around on this hexagonal grid that are metal or have metal parts in them. And there's always a magnet in the Bakugan, so if it lands on that thing and it unfolds, or then it'll trigger the Bakugan to unfold. And then there are different cores that give you different buffs and stuff, so you can be aiming for that specific kind of core because your Bakugan specifically needs it, etc., etc. Also, just the Bakugans themselves are pretty cool toys. Just these little monster thingies that fold into little balls. That's, you know, just by itself is just pretty cool. I have a whole bunch of them actually. I'm actually looking at the thing I have in my room. Tempted to just go and grab it right now, honestly. Anyway, why did I come down here in the first place? Or what am I missing? And then within the last 2 years, I also had the privilege to actually try the Pokemon TCG, and it's actually a lot of fun. I can see why a lot of people played it. So I was surprised to learn though that the like I had assumed the card game came out first, and then like Pokemon Red and Blue came out next. But apparently, actually Pokemon Red and Blue came out first, and then the card game came out, and then the anime. So, oh, of course. Oh. That was almost a complete waste of shielding. The Japanese seem to really like just things that are, you know, nice and round, you know? Which is funny because, okay, in this one, like, series, like, comic series for Metroid, which isn't actually canon, I don't think. I believe it follows the story of this like sidekick Samus had for a bit named Joey Antonika? I forget what his last name is. But he's just this kiddo. This looks like a job for me. And, nice. Okay, I wondered how much splash damage it would actually do. Oh, look, 6-7. Ah, nuts. Yeah, it's funny. It's not, for whatever reason, we got on the topic of Kevin Bacon at work. And then we were like, oh, how old is he now? And then just like, I was like up in front making a pizza, and then I hear it's like, you know, how old is, you know, and then like Siri or whatever just like responds like, you know, Kevin Bacon is, or it's Google, like, is 67 years old. And I just burst out laughing. I was just like, I feel like I just got rickrolled or something. But but as I was saying earlier, it seems to be kind of a... Wait, was that 4 slashes? It seems to be like a bit of self-awareness, actually. On like Japanese people's parts, because it is, like I said, it's like they seem to like things that are round, you know, whatnot. Because there is this one planet in this non-canon Metroid comic called Maru, and apparently the rule, like you know, they go there and they're astonished to find that everything is round and whatnot, and it's because the ruler of this planet is just utterly obsessed with round spherical things or whatever, and just like it is in fact a criminal offense, or just like flat out treason to not be round or whatever. It's like, huh? So, you know, seems to be a little bit of self-awareness on their part, so... I mean, who do you think invented Kirby? Okay, no, it is 5 slashes. Actually, specifically, it was Masahiro Sakurai, the guy who also is behind Super Smash Bros. From HAL's Laboratory, or HAL Laboratories, which I know I've mentioned this before on like stream or something, but apparently the only reason it's called HAL Laboratories is because every letter in HAL Laboratories is a letter before each letter in IBM. Are those fiddles or are those bagpipes? Who's to say, really? Oh! Well, I can see why I got only 67%. Because I don't remember this. This feels like a secret. Hello? Oh, hey! The what is it called? The Sildord? Oh, Orland. Okay, well, I stand corrected. They're, okay, so what I was gonna... another thought I was gonna finish earlier was... all we need is a yellow one. And we've got all the Infinity Stones. So we've got time, soul, power, space, reality. The only one we're missing is the yellow one, aka mind, or as Metroid calls it, the psychic stone. You know. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. So I thought I was gonna. I forgot to finish earlier. My thought was that. Well. My thought earlier was that we actually weren't going to get a purple stone, that the amber stone was actually the Danju stone, as it were, because somebody gave me the tea that Danju apparently used to be gold, but they didn't want people to think he was like the king or something, so they changed his armor to purple. Anyway, so what does the purple one do? You know, it's also funny as I'm collecting like these different colors and trying to figure out what they're doing, because I am trying to like go back and rewrite my game manual for a game I invented called Cast or Die, which the game's biggest flaw has always been how to explain the rules well and quickly. Like, it just takes forever to explain. And I'm just not... I think that's just a matter of, like, I'm just not really being that good of a teacher. Or, like, not really teaching it well. But I actually based it off of like, the training... like, the Pokemon training game, which has this really cool, just very effective way of teaching the game. So I'm doing something based off of that, kinda, except it's just more a narrative, of just a, like, play-by-play narrative, instead of just explaining what, everything else does. So, but anyway, let's test this out, shall we? What do you do, purple? Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a shotgun thing. Plus, is sort of... Okay, so I guess this is actually a bit more adjudicatory, which appropriately so. Green is more like the Thunder Shot. Red's... The only difference between red and blue seems to be that it's like red is blue on steroids. And then orange is like more an explosive stun. Purple is pretty expensive, I must say. I think it is slightly more expensive than green, actually. Which is kind of surprising, but... Alright then. Cool beanie boos. Also, I think I just finally got the that comment, Hal, and so I was like, who's Hal? Like, oh, you mean the robot, like had the HAL 9000. One of these days, I think I'll watch 2001: Space Odyssey, but just because it's so iconic, right? And kind of the rogue killer AI or whatever trope is like we owe a good deal of it from just the 2001: Space Odyssey. What's this red part right here? Right, we actually need to trigger this. Nice. No way. That actually seemed to do a bit more than just a 3-shot. Like, does it actually do some homing as well? Hey, Santis. Stand aside, sir. Night I can handle this. Isn't there a potion up here or something? Right. It's very much an echo of the gospel, isn't it, too? Oh, does it do kind of this roundhouse swing? Yeah. Yeah, it seems actually a bit more destructive than what I thought. you know, given, like, what it is in Infinity Stone terms, the Stone of Power, makes sense to me. I'll tell you what, these stone pickups have become a lot more useful. Wait, was I facing the opposite direction when I did that? Whoa. Okay, I think I see why this... I didn't do that. That was an auto hit. Pretty sick, but sorry, wait to see you on the other side of the moorlands. There's no debt due, my friend, not when the code is upheld. Oh, jeez. Who else wants it? I think this is the end of the level. Yeah, I'm not moving anymore. The citadel lies ahead. We have journeyed through the moorlands. And not a pancake in sight. Shame, I've worked up quite an appetite. Kinda rhymes. So, Raskus! Yeah, all these passwords are now ending. They're now ending with, like, the same suffix. Like, this is the 4th password in a row that ends with KRYZ. Is Kriz. Hey yo. The Citadel of Orlan. The 4 brave knights have found the entrance to the Citadel of Orlan. The Citadel of Orlan! We'll need to work together to get through this. And find the heart of the magical shield. Nothing can stop us now. For Marcia! Find the heart of the magical shield of ages. Beware, travelers. The Citadel of Orlan is no place for you. Only those who are wise, brave, quick, and nimble shall serve the tests inside. So, Danju, Santis, Jaco, and Raskus, respectively. Although strength, I would think would, you know, hello, strength, bravery, Then we shall prevail. Stand aside. Says that again. Unfortunately, lightning doesn't work on these guys at all. Yeah. Wait, Santis may not actually be stronger than Raskus actually in this game. Indubitably. Don't tell me I'm gonna fight all of those guys eventually. Hiram Sidewinder said he'd never seen he'd never seen anybody die so horribly to a scorpion's sting. No reference to the episode intended. Anybody else? Is there something I'm supposed to be doing here? Or is this just a endless enemy? Or, I don't know. I can't leave, right? Yeah. Aha, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Rule of thumb, if there's just an endless stream of enemies coming at you, then there's something you're supposed to be doing. Where's the fun? Where's the fun in manning a cool gun, thingy if you're just gonna get knocked out? Oh well. Yeah, I remember there was this old guy here at the Citadel in the Flash comics. Don't remember who he is or what his name is, but can only assume. Uh-oh. I knew the statues were gonna come alive at some point. Nope. Those look like boxes I can destroy, but no. Yeah, that takes care of you, all right. Oh, nice. Aw, man. Okay. Ow. Why do we even have that lever? My turn, I believe. Okay, well, to some extent, they're kind of playing into their powers and stuff, you know? Okay, 4213. Slight problem. How do I get there? Okay, well, you know, at long last they seem to be... At long last they're doing some kind of like, hey, these are their powers and such, you know. Ah, so when there's a spark at the end of the sword down there, that means it's, that means I can use it. That's nice. Ah! Okay. Woo. Overkill, but I don't really care right now. There we go. Oh. So, it just occurred to me that those potions seem to like something I've noticed is that those potions seem to actually speed up the regen rate of your energy. Find the heart of the magical shield of ages. Get some rest. I can take over from here. Huh. His blast actually moved the metal barrel thingy. Or pot, or whatever you want to call it. Nice. Thank you. Oh, come on. Okay. Help me, please! I don't trust this. Shadow Knight calling for help? Whoa, whoa, whoa. A Shadow Knight in trouble. Please, forgive me. I am scared. The traps are too much for me. Please help. The code states that everyone deserves compassion, even the enemy. I shall help you. So is this why this is in Danju's level? Because he's dealing with deception? Or something? I shall tell you how to get past the traps, Shadow Knight. Thank you, Sir Danju. Lord Vladic's spell has no power over me now. I swear loyalty to King Matthias. For Morcia! For the king! Ah. Well, I'll be darned. Ow. Darn it! Well, that was unfortunate. Fortunately, that actually wasn't as far away as I thought it'd be. At least they gave you checkpoints, right? But I thought you guys were like... Are you guys not, like, actually creations or something of Vladix? Like, you're actually real? I suppose it could be both ways. It's like... They're like... still kind of inherently, like, they like start off inherently evil or something, but then, like, I don't know, they can be redeemed. How interesting. Ah! Huh. Nice. Oh wait, is it that the red one can also break apart, like while the blue one can't? Okay. So, friendly fire with my own weapons is on. Oh. Oh, okay. And now Jaco's turn. Do I have to be speedy? Speedy, speedy? Nice. Okay, I did, okay. Got him. Well, not exactly. Aha! Oh hey, it's the old man from outside. Oh hey, there it is. There's the heart of the magical shield. I recognize it. You have done well, brave knights. But now you face one final test. Me. And I remember what Jaco says here. He's transforming. Stand back, friends. I shall deal with this pest. Oh, wait. No, never mind. I am the guardian of the heart, the legendary centerpiece of the magical shield of ages. I shall only award the heart to those who show honor and wisdom. Charge! I don't remember this in the Flash comics. You fight bravely, Sir Knight, but you cannot defeat me. Remember the code, Sir Jaco. Not all battles are won with the sword. Sir Danju is right. I shall not fight you, Guardian. Instead, I shall ask you one question. Speak. Please, may I have the heart of the magical shield of ages? You have shown honor, Sir Jaco of the Talonjay. The heart is yours. Good going, rookie. You've come a long way, Sir Jaco. You are learning the code well. I don't remember that. And let's return to the key and tell him the good news. I don't remember that from the Flash comics. For the code! It doesn't have Kriz at the end, so I'm kind of wondering if I didn't 100% it somehow. TZZ. Pviz. You have found a Lord Vladik artifact. Oh no, I did 100%. Okay. Cool. European or African? Or however it goes. Alright, so we have one more thing to do, which is to fight Vladek. Before I do that, I'm gonna take a quick rest break. But, okay, so that is one big difference between this game and the Flash comics, as I mentioned, because I remember there was, like, the knight, he does go, like, you must fight me or whatever, and Jaco, who's always quick on his feet and, you know, thinks he can take on the world and stuff, is like, oh yeah? Well, Sir Jaco will love to, and he's, like, about to just rush at him, and Santos holds him back. He's like, no, Jaco, hold on a second. Just like, and then Danju takes the more, like, diplomatic approach and stuff, but which I always remember that shot because it is, like, the most, like, clear shot that Danju's eyes were, like, gray. He has gray eyes, which I think is, like, the first time I learned that people could have gray eyes, was because of Danju. Jaco's eyes are blue, Rasmus's are green, and Santos's are brown. Vladek has red eyes, though, so... but anyway... BRB. Where's my media source? Ah, here we go. That must be it. Huh? My break screen is broken. Oh no! Well, in that case, let's take a look at this. Alright. Here we go. With the heart of the magical shield in their possession, the knights return to the kingdom of Morcia with the king. The people of Morcia are amazed to see good King Matthias alive and well, but Lord Vladik refuses to give up the throne. The rightful king of Morcia is he who wins this grand tournament. That is the way of the code. What does Lord Vladik know of the code? And how dare he speak of such things? We have the rightful king here. Let us take the throne from him now. No, we must keep to the code, my righteous knights. Lord Vladik must be defeated in the tournament. So be it. The people must see Lord Vladik defeated with honor. For the code! Sir Draco, the time has come. You must fight through the tournament and challenge Lord Vladik. We shall find where Lord Vladik has hidden the Book of Morcia. Once we have the book, Lord Vladik's magic will be diminished. Then you can use the heart of the shield against him. I understand. Good luck, friends. The code guides me now. For the king, for Morcia, for the code! Ah, okay. So we're gonna be splitting this apart then, like, okay, the knights, because we're looking for the Book of Morcia to, like, take away, make sure Vladik doesn't have it anymore. Okay, that's cool. Aw, man. Boy. I remember, like, I think we were because we had gotten into Knight's Kingdom, like, when the Flash comics were still coming out and stuff, so, like, it was one of those things where we were, like, still waiting on, like, the next part and stuff. I remember, like, how excited we were when, the final part finally came out. Okay. Little miniature golfing. There we go. I kind of missed where I was going. Well, I guess that answered my question. Ah, of course. And those involuntary jabs of mine, they like... Okay. My turn, I believe. Yeah. Oh, like 6-7. So it kind of seems like, at least for me, Raskus is the best character to play as. Since seemingly he's no weaker than Santis. There we go. Ow. Great goal team. I see. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Assumptions, you know? Ganju! Get some rest, I can take over from here. Okay. Book of Morsia, here I come. Oh no! Oh no! Ah. Nice. Yeah. Purple one is really handy. No wonder it's the most expensive. Oh! Right. That's the first time anybody's done that before. That really startled me, I'm not gonna lie. Bro got a Return to Sender achievement. my turn, I believe. Ah! The worst part is I think I was pretty close to actually finishing the last level, you know. Ow. Oh! Ow! Oh boy. Ow! Oh! Ah! Oh no! Ooh. Alright, Danju. This is where I died. Oh, ow. Pattern, eh? What a magic potion. Well, I could just do process by elimination. Just process of elimination. Okay. Alright, well. I already figured that out, but just to 100% it, you know? Ow! Nice. Ah! Oh, hey! Well, hey. So, saved myself a trip. Tell me, what? Do not fear, friend. I'll find you a magic healing potion. Be strong. Thank you, Sir Danjo Valentin. I owe my life and my freedom. You owe me nothing, friend. I merely upheld the code. I found a Lord Valetic artifact. You know, maybe there wasn't a way to figure it out other than just process of elimination, you know? Because normally you do find something that tells you what to, or how to do it, but maybe that was like the one instance where you actually did have to figure it out yourself. Which, if that's the case, then that is a very Danju thing. Whoa! Wow, that's the first time the emulator really struggled there. suit. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Oh, hang on a second. Is the door open? No? Okay, now it is. Woo! Kitchen is now open. The Book of Morsia! Oh, this is the throne room, too. The Book of Morsia, now we have it safe. Lord Vladik's magic will be weakened. Let us now hope it will be enough for Sir Jaco to beat him in the tournament. I have found faith in Sir Jaco. He will prevail. So, Sir Jaco. Sir Jaco the Quick, we meet again. Seems you have built quite a reputation. Rest assured, this time I shall not be defeated. You shall be quick to fail here. See what you did there? Vladik, very Polish name. I do not fear you, Lord Vladik. The code protects me now. The code? Ha! The code is dead, knight. I rule now. Only if you beat me, Lord Vladik. Those are the rules. Raise your shield. Your shield will fall. Nice. Ah! Mercy, Sir Knight! You shall come to no harm by my sword, traitor. The rightful king shall judge you now. King Matthias! No! Lord Vladik has been defeated in the tournament. The people of Morsia flock into the streets to celebrate the knight's victory. With the Book of Morsia back in King Matthias' possession, the Shadow Knights soon disappear. And Lord Vladik is banished from the kingdom. My noble knights, your great quest has saved the people of Morsia from Lord Vladik's tyranny. In reward, I award you these medals of victory. The people of Morsia are forever in your debt, as am I. Glorious Majesty, we did no more than what was right. Seeing you back on the throne is reward well enough. For the honor of the king, never abandon, never betray. Fools, unworthy ruler, they think they can put an end to me. Sequel baiting. I shall return, and when I do, Morsia shall be mine forever. Ha 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 ha. The end. Izvziz. You have found a lord. You have unlocked Lord Vladik. Ooh. So what happens in the Flash comics is because like there was nothing in the Flash comics that showed that you could like you could that the knights could launch lightning out of their swords or anything like that. So what happens is that Jaco is fighting Vladik, and then Vladik, you know, like hurls like some kind of, I don't know, evil purple magic stuff at Jaco, and then Jaco holds up his shield that has the heart of the magical shield or whatever, and then it reflects and hits Vladik instead. So cool. Chris with 2 S's and a K. That's funny. So is that in like multiplayer or something? Like using Vladik? I wonder if so Jack, my younger brother, was the one who always got Vladik. Like my first night was so Jack's first night, like it was the Christmas when I was 7 years old, so that would have been let's see, 17. No, 20, 21. 22 Christmases ago, counting last Christmas, so... Wow, that was like 21... Yeah, 21, 22 years ago? Wow. It's like when we first got these guys, like, these knights toys and stuff, yeah, that was like... I was 7 years old. And we all got them like one each, and like because Mom knew how much we liked Bionicle and stuff, and I think like Bionicle was like phasing out or whatever. And then Jack got Vladik. And then one Christmas I got him, like a few years ago, I got him Vladik again, just as a like, you know, for old time's sake sort of thing. I do have that video somewhere. The video I made for Jack, like for his birthday some years ago, the very last clip was of him unwrapping like the Vladik, and I don't think I showed it in the video, but I did start that clip of me going, "Alright, Jack, say hello to an old friend." But yeah, I had Danju as my first night, I believe, and then Bob, he either had Santis or Jaco. I think it was Jaco. I think he had Jaco. Because I think Jaco was the one that we always got, like, the most of. And then, sometime later, I got Raskus. And then Bob got Santis, I think. Iceman, Lego, Marshall. Oh yeah, we got Last Man Standing. Ah. But yeah, these guys were a lot of fun. They were cool. He's actually pretty quick. And then later on, they decided to take Knight's Kingdom and actually turn them into minifigures instead. Okay, yeah, so there's like a horde mode sort of thing. Also, yeah, the fact that I got, Vladik reminds me of, how in Advance Wars 2, unlocking Sturm, the arch-villain, is, like, really hard to do. Like, you have to get S tier on every single campaign mission. Like, it's unreasonably hard to do, I would say. Because, okay, Sturm is cool and all, but, like... And his special move is pretty powerful. But, like, is it really worth it? Like, to... I mean, I guess the real prize is just the fact that you actually unlocked him in the first place. So, like, you know... You're just like, I unlocked Sturm! Yeah, this is a fun little game. Nothing too fancy. You know, I think it'll, you know, this is kind of an easy 3 items and an enigma out of 5. Yeah. It's been fun though, you know, just a little bout of nostalgia and, you know, being reminded of the Flash comics and, you know, how some of the lines are directly word for word from them and, you know, just reminiscing on old times and, boy, can you imagine playing multiplayer with this stuff? That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I wonder how it would work exactly. Anyway, I think I've seen enough. I would say so, yeah. Which is, you know... That's kind of like what I do for like a game that's like, you know, it's a fun little game, you know? Like that's what I did for the DS version of Tron Evolution. Which is funny, like the DS version of Tron Evolution, it's kind of a prequel to the actual like base game for Tron Evolution. And like the villain itself is like the arch villain is more just a it is a bit of a nod to Master Control. But yeah, I would say, yeah, this is a 3 to 4 or a 3 point or maybe a 4, but then again, you know, the point, like, Enigma or whatever is like, you know, the Enigma or Anomaly or whatever you want to call it, or the Ambiguity item is just, it could be 1, you know, so, but, yeah, it was fun though. I had fun. Trophy. Hey, Lord artifacts, or Lord Black artifacts. Lost key. Okay.
Let's take a look at
Oh, look at that. Alright. Well, there you go. There goes Knight's Kingdom on the GBA. That was fun. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, God bless you.